Hey Toni, it's great to finally meet
Hey
you.
darling, definitely. Good to see you too.
How have you been enjoying your London stay so far?
It's been good. Just got here, but it's pretty good.
It's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Your first album in 5 years, Pulse, hit stores today. What can we expect from the record?
I think you can expect organic Toni. I think when you hear it, you'll know it's me immediately, but I'm trying to keep it current, trying to keep it 2010.
Okay.
I like fashion.
Okay. In what ways would you say it's similar, and what ways would you say it's different to some of your past efforts?
I think it's similar because when you hear it, you know it's me. I have a particular style that I was being true to on this album.
Okay.
But I think it's also new because I've incorporated a few more dance songs like You Make My Heart and Looking at Me. Although I almost missed You Make My Heart because when I was recording the album, I got like 100 heart songs like Hold My Heart, Kiss My Heart, My Heart Please Me. Every combination of heart you could think of. So I was not going to listen to it, but I said, okay, I'll listen, and I fell in love with it. So had I not listened, I would have missed it. So it's a great song.
Okay. What would you say is your favorite song on the album and why?
A couple babies on this album. But my favorite baby would probably be the last track, track 11, Why Won't You Love Me?
Okay, and why?
Because the reason for me is it's a vulnerable love song, and if you've ever been in love and you love this person so much, you cook, you clean, you do them when they want to be done. Is that too much information? Probably. But you do everything for them, and they just won't love you. And you're asking, like, is it my hair? Is it? Do I need to dress differently? Tell me what to be, and I'll be that person for you. But actually, there's nothing you can do if that person doesn't love you.
Okay. A lot of your fans are quite keen to find out what the next single is. I know we've got Yesterday over here, whereas in America it's Hands Tied and Make My Heart.
Yeah.
What can we look forward to in terms of like next single offerings from the album?
I think the next single that the fans are going to determine, the fans and radio, because everyone has their favorites. So I'm hoping that you guys will tell me sooner than later what you like. What do you think it should be?
Well, I love Hands Tied. I'm really
you like Hands
banging
Tied?
out that track
yeah.
a lot. So.
Thanks. It was a lot of fun doing the video. I took a pole dancing class.
Billy Woodruff did the video.
Billy Woodruff did all three videos. Yesterday, Hands Tied and Make My Heart, and he made me take a pole dancing class, which was really hard. Let me tell you, those girls deserve every tip they get.
Okay, there's been a lot of talk about you perhaps doing a collaboration with Usher, as well as Alicia Keys. Is that for a potential re-release, or
for
what's
re-releases, that for? They were talking about Alicia and I doing a remix of Woman.
Okay.
And Usher and I doing a remix of Why Won't You Love Me.
Okay. What's the status of that?
Usher and I almost made it happen, but our schedules wouldn't collide together, and so we probably won't be together when we record it, and Alicia's on tour.
Okay.
So it'll be a bit challenging, so once everyone gets their schedules together.
In as much as we're loving the album, a lot of the tracks had actually leaked before the album's release date, unfortunately. Yeah, damn. So what's your opinion on the leaks?
Well, I love the music industry, that it's instantaneous, that you can get music immediately as soon as you hear it. That part's great. But what goes along with that, you can also hear it when it's stolen.
Okay.
So that's the bad part. We were a little disappointed because we picked 12 songs that we all felt great about, and every single song was leaked. So we were forced to go back and do 4 to 5 more songs, and do remixes of the songs that we decided to keep. A bit challenging. It was challenging for the journalists because no one wanted to hand out music for them to hear, so they couldn't do their jobs, and we had to keep it under tight lock and key. So everything was FedEx, nothing was online, but we got through it, and here we are. We made it.
Here we are.
Yeah.
And the album's great, by the way.
Thank you for that.
No worries at all. Okay, so Pulse is projected to debut within the top 10 of the Billboard charts this week with sales of 50,000.
Really? I didn't know this. Like really? Tell me nothing. This is good to know.
I'm excited. With sales of 50,000, honestly speaking, how important do you feel sales are at this point of your career?
Okay, to be honest, as an entertainer, it's always important.
Okay.
But for me, this was a little different because my doctors told me I would never be able to record. I would never be able to put an album out to promote it. I would never be able to tour. My singing career, as I know it, is over. I might be able to do a song here or there, and here I am. I have an album out, I'm promoting it, I'm doing shows, and so for me, it's like I'm getting another chance at life, like a rebirth for me.
Good to hear. Do you feel any pressure to keep up with some of the younger artists of today, like such as the Beyoncés?
No. Well, see, I don't consider Beyonce younger. I mean, she's younger than me, definitely. But she was out in the 90s. When I was out, she was in Destiny's Child, so she's been doing the game for a long time.
Okay.
And she's still maintaining, and I love her. But when I think of younger artists, I look at Rihanna. Like, I don't even think Justin Timberlake's a younger artist because he was out in the 90s. But I think of Rihanna, I think of Gaga, I think of Keisha, which is her name to me. They say Keisha, but I say Keisha.
You say Keisha.
Okay. And I look at them and I go, wow, they're very, very super talented. Although I think Gaga sometimes gets lost. Her talent gets lost because everyone wants to see what her outfit's going to be, how outrageous it's going to be, and she's super talented. So I hate that part for her. But what I do love is that she's a young girl who's having her say and doesn't care what anyone says. So she's like the Madonna of her new generation, which I love. I love their music. I love Rihanna. I love her short hair because I used to rock the short hair. She wears the cat suit, the white cat suit like I wore, and that makes me proud. Like maybe she saw me and said, I want to be like that when I grew up. So I'm very proud.
Okay, as well as your vocal prowess, you're considered to be an icon of sex appeal and beauty in the industry. You are. You are.
Well, I love you guys, all these great compliments. This is good.
That's good. Many of the younger artists today, such as, the Rihannas that you mentioned, as well as Christina Aguilera, have resorted to taking off their clothes to sell records.
They do? I haven't seen the take off clothes thing. Like, I don't do the sites like that. They're taking off their clothes. I did hear about a video. It was like a bit Lady Gaga, right?
But yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Artists these days having to resort to, taking off their clothes and their talent, as you said, getting lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, that's true. I don't look at this, you asking a woman about another woman. So I don't look at it as them resorting to, I think, Christina had a baby. She's probably working out, like my body's rocking, look at it, look at me, look at what I've been doing, I've been working hard, I want to share it. And I think sometimes as women we do have to work a bit harder in the business compared to a guy. I mean, Trey, who's fabulous, the way he can take off his shirt, that's great and sexy, no one says anything. So a girl takes off her shirt, lower her back with a little booty cheek, and she's showing too much. So it's different rules for the sexes, so you shouldn't ask me, because I'm like, girl power, burn the bra.
Brilliant. Do you feel that there's an age limit on success? And by that I mean, do you feel the issue is prejudicial towards older artists? Or do you feel that some of these older artists don't push themselves as much as they did when they were younger?
I think when you get older, you don't push as hard because you have to reinvent yourself, and that can be challenging sometimes. However, I think when you are a little bit older, you are much more comfortable with your sexuality and who you are as a performer. I look at people like Cher, whom I love. I wanted to be like her because my sexy image, I looked at her and that's who I wanted to be like. I look at Tina Turner, and she's still doing it. She was 45 years old when I was in like high school, junior high school, when she came out with What's Love Got to Do With It, and still sexy, still had it going on. So I think it's a personal thing how you feel about yourself. If you still feel sexy and you still feel you got it, it's okay to flaunt it.
And what do you think about the industry's response to that? Because we see a lot of the older artists not doing as well, like the Janets and the Mariahs.
That's true. I think the industry, when you've been in the business for a bit, it's like anything else. They're kind of waiting for the new and kind of think the old is old and dated, but it doesn't always mean that. And I think sometimes it can be harder, like I said before, to reinvent yourself. However, if you come out with great music and it's undeniable, they have to embrace it.
They have to embrace it.